Hello, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful event, the end of the online phase of the Sprout project by Space for Nature. And the date came. We are in the opening of our new online exhibition, the Sprout. Woo! And we are here.
Welcome.
Hello, Gonja. Very special artists with a cup of wine. Don't forget it, please, to take something to drink, some tea, something to cheer up with us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the opening of the Sprout online exhibitions. We are very happy to have you here, also in our social media channels, if you are watching right now. So we are welcoming you, and we are very excited today. So finally, we could release the Sprout online exhibition. I would like to tell about the program of today. So we will give you a little bit info about the project and the exhibition, and then we will have some documentary showing. Afterwards, we will have artwork talk. So we will very shortly introduce the artworks in the exhibition. Afterwards, we will have the question and answer part. So if you have questions, please write them in the chat. We can ask them to the artists here. We have amazing Sprout artists here. And don't go anywhere. At the end, we have a free chat so we can all talk together. So let's start.
Okay, remember to tell your friends, your family, everybody to join this live event because it's so special and we are going to share so nice things and valuable art. Okay, so what is this? What is this of the Sprout? What is the Sprout and Spread? What is this project that we are engaged in? We organized our first residency process and as an Erasmus Plus training course in September in Aguaron in Spain. And then we organized it in two phases. The physical phase was a gathering of artists who were exploring their dialogues and artistic interests on nature, and they were producing fantastic artworks and making a final show in September. And then in the online phase, we developed these speeches and organized some events that Daria will speak about. That end up with this last event of today. So the nature topic is very important among young people because so it was also one of the important things for the Erasmus Plus frame. And as artists, we want to contribute to this idea and support and empower it with our art because it's very powerful. We will see how powerful art can be later. We will tell you. So in this process, we became youth workers. We gathered all these artists and became this kind of youth workers that can go to internet and share the knowledge and train and share the art with young audiences or younger audiences, which are the users of the social media, and also as young artists, because most of our team of artists also were young. But we had a variety of ages also. Maybe Daria, you want to tell a bit more?
Yeah, I just lost a little bit the voice. Now I hear you well. Yeah, so I would like to mention about the whole project, as we had this physical phase and online phase. So these are the main phases of the project. In the physical phase, we call it as artistic residency and also training, Erasmus Plus training. We experienced in Aguaron in September, this September, with 20 participants, artists, and they had a really intensive term creating artworks. And in the online phase, now we can share it with the people, with all the society from Europe and also with the world through our online exhibition. So I mentioned about this physical phase, and the online phase is not just the exhibition. We also had artist talks. So we try to give more chance to the artists, young artists, and the youth workers who are reaching more to youth. They could talk about their artwork, what they want to spread as a word in the world about nature and art topic. So we had artist talks and training tutorials. So if you miss these parts, you can still watch them and learn from them. They are all in our YouTube channel, in Space for Nature's YouTube channel. So, and the third part of it is the exhibition. So we are opening the Sprout exhibition tonight. So we are very happy and glad about this.
Mm-hmm. So you from now on, you can come to our website, www.spacefornature.org, and then you will find a tab called Project. You go inside and you click the Sprout, and you will find all these fantastic artworks there. So it will be open to anyone in this society, not only in Europe, but also in the rest of the world now. And it can be shared among audience to raise awareness on nature issues and the power of and effect of arts on this, which is the main target of the Space for Nature. So this experience will also help us being sustainable for the future and for today as a platform. I can't wait to start sharing with you the contents of the experience. So we must tell that we have had a total of 22 artists, including Deria and I, who were also producing with these people, so inspired by them and by the environment. And a total of 29 artworks. There are actually 28 official ones, but nature provided us with a last artwork that we will speak about.
There
And
are master of the artists, huh? Nature. So we have it also in the exhibition.
It's the most important. We always want to approach this master of nature, but sometimes nature reminds us that we cannot be like that. Anyway, before showing the artworks themselves, we would like to share with you something very special, which is the documentary that our videographer and photographer Ainara Garcia was filming to portray all the process of the artists and the live sharing in the space and all the experiences that led to the final artworks. The documentary, as everything here, is called The Sprout, and it lasts for 10 minutes. So it is in high quality. Maybe some computers, some devices could not support the screen sharing of this. So don't worry. We tried many options. We made a lot of tests, but we are going to share it with you in the best conditions possible. So anyway, we can speak afterwards about this. So are we ready to share the documentary? Oh my God.
I am seeing the hands. So we are very excited about the documentary. So it is about 10 minutes, as Alberto said. Let's stay for 10 minutes, see and hear as much as we can. And afterwards, we can share it with the artists. Yeah.
Can you see a black screen? Okay.
Yes.
So we have divided the artworks for explaining them tonight into four topics, let's say, that can group the artworks of the exhibition. The first of them, which is a different order that we can see here in the exhibition. So the first of them will be contemplation, listening, being aware of what we have around in nature. This was one common ground for many artists. to focus their artwork and their production. The second topic is ecofeminism. You have heard already in the artist talks about how this was important in our experience, and it's in everybody's experience. The third topic will be end of the world, because we took the artist to a landfill where all the garbage was, and in the landfill they felt very inspired. So many people were working with garbage and with what with remainings, no, what is left, no. And the last part will speak about rituals and grief, because when we are in a post-apocalyptic environment, we can really feel how close death is. So there were many ritualistic practices to honor this death, especially the death of a little river that went through this property of Casa Algaya, and it was dried absolutely since 2 years ago, after thousands of years of life. And yeah, magical things happened with that, but I don't want to spoil. Um, so we will go directly to the presentation of the artworks, and in the end, we will tell you what happens with the dry river. Okay? So back to screen sharing. And here we have it. We are going to start with the first block, and every time we start with the first block, I would like everyone to cheer up about this topic. For example, let's cheer up for contemplation, because it was so special to have these moments of deep listening. Our first artwork is called Sprout 2023, and it's by Javier Cis. He is a Catalan artist working in the art forest practices. He doesn't want to use the land art term because he really wants to focus on the usage of materials strictly found in the environment. And the artworks speak by themselves, and also the experience that he shared with us. He gave a little workshop in the forest and really transmitted us his feelings and his philosophy about this. And then when he spoke about his artworks, he just showed them with saying no words, because they are pretty much self-explained. So we can just admire this fantastic work.
Hi, I will be talking about Agnieszka's artworks. She's a Polish artist, and she's a photographer, art therapist, and a writer. She works mainly with sensory disabilities people, and then she introduces nature to them. So she uses macro photography. So she invites us into her macro world that we normally don't see with our own eyes. So we can see the small creatures, the butterflies, and all the other details, ladybugs, flowers. So she says that while taking the long walks around Agaron, in the forests of Agaron, and she discovered these creatures, or she says that they discovered them. This is magnificent how she says this. So I'm leaving you to see all these details, how she sees them. And I can say that they surprise us. The colors, the details. Thank you, Agnieszka, for showing the world that I didn't. And these are the beautiful creatures of the residency.
So I would like to talk about I am an art. I really like what Cornelia Mendelska from Poland says about her artwork. I am nature. Nature is art. I am art. So I think it describes a lot about this artwork. It is a combination of exhibition and also performance. Cornelia was one of the clearest artists who know what to do from the first days. She came to us, can I use this canvas? In the second day, I think she asked this and we said, of course. And after that, she started her journey everywhere in the tent, in the environment, working on her art, and we could have this performing stage. Porter Ellerman from USA and the Netherlands. So he's a really interesting musician, working specifically on found objects and materials. And it's very important for him to have this interactive performance. So this soniferous space is also an interactive percussion performance. So he goes he creates an environment in which audience can take part in, and they start to contribute to music which has been created in the environment. So he also gives importance to listening to the people, spaces, objects, and to make a connection with listening and have a different perspective on sounds. We are thanking him. Most of the musics, as you heard in the documentary, is made by him also. He was very creative, and also he used the landfill very well from the beginning, just pick the things to make music with them. And you can also have information about him. Ears to Earth, they have a band making this kind of music. So we can listen a little bit.
Bravo, Porter. And the next artist is our technician today in this video call and all the social media and Zoom events. It's Eren Erkan. And he sent us from Turkey because he wasn't able to come due to visa processes, this beautiful artwork. So we exhibited it as a part of our exhibition. It's called Love. And you can see how two seashells are loving each other. And you have this magnifying glass that you can really contemplate it from a very detailed point of view. So it really invites you to merge into these details and get lost in it. So especially he wants to speak about natural life as an alternative to the crazy city life, and examining the natural world much more closely from the micro to the macro.
So I will introduce the next artwork, which is from Ana Espejo, which is a multidisciplinary artist born in Madrid and living and working in Barcelona. So this is called Order, and it's a video installation inviting the viewer to question the duality between the nature and the human. So inside you can see the intention of order and control made by humans over the chaotic complexity of nature order. In the video, the nature is presented as a collection of non-animal organic elements that have been deliberately placed for human use of understanding. Such as the reforestation of a forest, where a single species predominates in a mathematically ordered manner, which leaves no room for embracing a new ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, and cheers for the next part. Ecofeminism. So important.
Feminism cheer. It was a strong topic appeared in the residency, so we have some artworks coming out of this also. So I would like to introduce you feedback to femininity. Explore NJ from France. She created this artwork. She uses meditative state while she is creating, and she invites us to observe this her inner journey. So it's sharing her inner journey. She asked me to share what I think, what I feel when I watch this artwork. That I see I will talk about it. So I see this connection with soil, connection, loads and unloading things, and becoming one with the soil on the body. So it's very strong, like having this idea of being one with nature. And I also see in this body image, I remember the Anatolian goddess Kibele, and the relation to femininity also. I discovered it in this way.
Hello, dear everyone. I will be speaking about Las No Mamas. It's a collective work which emerged during the residency, and it's emerged from the feminist collective talks. And we found out that internationally we are facing similar problems in the world as women or as LGBT, and then as underestimated genders in society, in the patriarchal society. So that we were dealing with the relationship about nature and the castration of feminine parts of us. And we used a humoristic approach to this. And then we asked to each other what is bothering us and how we want to behave as if, and then how we confront these situations. And then we ask to the audience, so what if we are not the way that you want to be, you want us to be? And next project, I will be speaking about my solo project. It is called La Butfica Gonja. And this is, it emerged during the landfill day that we were in this landfill of garbage hill. And then my clown character, started collect everything, and then she wanted to build a house from there. She found these dolls, baby dolls, parts of bananas, different parts from eggs, a mat, and very different shoes, and a dartboard. And then she bring it and make a small performance with them, and then make an interactive action with the audience. And then what we do with our garbage and what we are going to do with it. And thank you. It was a very nice event with you. Thank you.
I would talk about my work. It was a collaboration with Teresa Martí playing viola, and with Ainara Garcia making the video, and also with Georgina Blave from Romania, that she was doing the fantastic photographies you are going to see also here. And it's just, I was very impressed because when I arrived this place, Aguarón, that is in Cariñena and is the land of vineyards, I was very impressed because of the arrangement of the vineyards, like in other places that they produce wine. It's very, very straight and it's very like rows, very long ones. And so what impressed me is that the grape is a symbol of the chaotic and uncontrolled desire, and also is related with the myths, with the Bacchus or Dionysius. So I was wondering how this place would have been if there is not so many arrangements for exploitation of the land. And also I was wondering about the rights that before all of these patriarchal myths, no, when women were like the masters of their own sexuality and their own erotic and discovering of pleasure. So I wanted to recover the place like a sacral temple, to enjoy our femininity, our sexuality, our fertility with our own bodies, playing with nature. And well, this is what I produce is this audiovisual.
So I'm going to talk about my art, Goddesses of Nature, the tree installation, and the nature that I got lost in, all speak together. So the tree installation is carrying all my artworks that I made there. The goddesses, Anatolian goddesses, were my inspirations that I have been working over the years. And then during the landfill day, we had a search. I had a time to search for materials, and then I collected them. So I used some found objects like broken plates, ceramic pieces, metal objects, and then I put them in together with wires. And then so I called some of these artworks Deer Woman, Mermaid, Swallow, Sharpie, Turquoise Goddess. It's one of them. And this is the hermaphrodite, which is also one of my favorite ones. So they come all together, and this is the recycled gauzes. These are the caps of our milk or other juice boxes. This is the pine cone mama and her baby. So these pine cones came from one of the workshop of our friend Javier. And these are the paintings I made, and then I also added some words over them. So these came out from my morning walks at Agoron. It was amazing to have walks and then see the nature in a different way. So this is one of them, Libre Vuelo, free fly. And this is the painting called The Trees That I Love, and the poem is written by poet Ainara Garcia, and who is also our photographer and camera person. And this is the painting that represents all my friends, all the beautiful colors of the world, all my friends, and the roads we take into. And this is the Tierra Abundante, the fertile land, which also represents the fertile Agaron. And this is my representation during the exhibition day, the tree installation that you can see now. I would love to share, and then which I shared with my friends, which was an amazing day. So thanks for coming to see it again. So this is the feminine part of a body. And this is the Milky Way area that we show it. Thank you.
Thank you, Celine. And I will speak about Alina Tofan's artwork. She produced it with nobody noticing it, and suddenly it appeared fantastically. So I will speak with her own words because they are so poetic. Stones are the foundation of any building. This body of stones is my new home, totally different from any other I had and I lost. This woman's body, hidden under stones, is approved by society. The one who is always sacrificing herself for others, the one who nourishes life. This body is always blamed for expressing something else than life. I will talk with my stones, and I will become a mountain to have the strength to break any creation of men who need me as their sacrifice. For the next end of the world post-apocalypse artworks. Cheers. The first artwork that we will speak about is Sebastián Dobrescu's project. He invited some artists of the team, and he created Telesterion. Telesterion is the name of the temple for Demeter in Eleusis, where the Eleusinian mysteries were organized in the ancient Greece. So Eleusinian mysteries were rituals that really linked with very deep and ritualistic parts of humankind that, according to Sebastián Dobrescu, they are lost in these societies, the actual current societies' rituals. So he tries to take the audience back to those original rituals and make an immersive experience in the middle of the forest at night during the sunset. So it was really nice. We had the chance to be the audience, and we can tell it was really hard to experience this in a good way. And The Secret Life of Trash is a photo poem by Filip Krajniak. He is one of the Polish artists, and he uses these beautiful pictures, photos, and creates little stories about them that you can find in the exhibition page. So he selected 3 frames in the landfill, and he developed the short stories. In the beginning, I wanted to share them here, but I really wanted people to go to the exhibition, to the Sprout exhibition in the website and read them, because they are at the same time tender and funny and special. So yeah, I encourage everyone to read the beautiful stories of these objects, The Secret Life of Trash. And he produced 2 artworks for the final show. One was that, and the other one was the bag. The bag was this magnificent piece that he, in which he used recycled materials, especially our cereals for breakfast bags, to sew them and create this fantastic bag that he carried around, and with which he created a performance art piece in the final show, also implying humor and clown and music that he was experimenting with, and many other special things. So we really had a good time with Philip, and he was the joke teller of the group. So he made us smile so many times, and we also want to thank him for that. And yeah, I hope that he still has the bag and he carries his folders around with it.
So I will be introducing Nature Chaos, which is a performance by Marina Rios, who is a Spanish artist. So Nature Chaos is a performance that explores the creative block and the moment of personal doubt and collapse relating to the catastrophic and changing of nature phenomena. It reflects states where mental health is totally broken and evokes vulnerability and exposure, but also the metaphor of metamorphosis and resilience after a crisis and traumatic experiences. So we work together with Anna and Ainara under the direction of Mariona to create this very immersive performance where the audience is literally almost inside of the performance. This is off of book with some sound. No sound. Okay. So you're warmly invited to go on the website and check the full video. So this is a collaboration we made with Teresa Marti, which is a violist And we both had a really terrible reaction when we saw that the landfill was literally standing in this beautiful nature, in this beautiful environment. So we decided to do something, and Apopu is a video performance that relates the story of the meeting between this kind of pure entity that is right now performed by Teresa Marti and the environment that is completely polluted and really aggressed by the human hands. So please go check the video. Flow now is practicable installation that I coordinated, but literally everyone was involved inside. So there were a few times of the performance happening. One part of the performance happened beforehand of the exhibition, and one was during the exhibition where the audience was invited to interact with the environment as a playground, so they could express really what they were feeling in a corporal manner, in a corporal way. And then on the website, you will be able to watch the video of these both moments merged together. Plus, also when the performance is over, how it looks like, how the environment looks like. So, yeah. Thank you.
Hello, I would like to introduce trees of Akbelen, which the concept idea belongs to me, and also many invited artists joined in this performance. Very short and very simple performance. It comes from in every summer I am having a stress about which bushfire will start every summer in Mediterranean countries. Now it's becoming so quick, frequencies high enough to have a bushfire. So, and this summer there was a deforesting in Ikizköy also, apart from this. So bushfires and deforesting of villages and forests. So so I also told the story of it in the exhibition. You can read about it. Yeah, so this is what I can say in 1 minute.
One more sip for the transition between post-apocalyptic and death, and the rituals and grief that will come back to life, everything which is death.
So I would like to introduce Yo no soy solo yo. I'm not just me. It came up during a conversation with Alberto. We were talking about our program and everything. So while I go deep into this sentence, I'm not just me. I found out different ideas and feelings, because I could find myself, as I was mentioning in Trees of Akbelen, about deforesting, and we could see a person really in Ikizköy. She is photographed by a photographer. She was crying and lamenting in front of a tree, cut tree. So it is a real grief, and thanks to Alberto for this beautiful song. It makes me really feel like crying when I hear it. So we come to Frutos. Frutos is a painting collection from Paula. Sorry, I have to check. Paula, sorry,
Paula
can Oh, thank you. It is also hard for me to pronounce. So thank you, Alberto. So Paula is taking art as an art therapy. She is working with borderline personality disorder, people who have this situation. So she takes it as a therapy And in Casa Algia, she was very impressed about these fruit trees, grape trees around the nature, and she painted these beautiful paintings. And also, it was so nice to have to see it on the paintings. The present is gone and ended. Some lines from Jorge Manrique. She wanted to describe it with paintings. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from Bucharest. So this work, Nestlings, has been quite an obsession of mine regarding bird nests. I've been fascinated with them and I've been researching them for quite some weeks. All the different amazing nest making techniques actually in the natural world, and how these nests are able to provide this immense atmosphere of intimacy, of protection, of shelter, all these reveries that they bring to me. So during the residency, I built a human-sized nest for almost every day. And it was a sort of a therapeutic practice for me, a search for the body's deep immersion in the landscape. I basically wanted to create a home which was entirely sourced from the environment, a place where I could hatch into my first solo performance. We had live bird sounds from Celine and a collective bird chatter with Lucia. And talking about the powerful and emotional performances, After Demeter is a collaborative piece, a mytho-eco performance, which we proposed as Plastic Art Performance Collective, myself and Alina Tofan, together with Lucia, Teresa, and Porter. And we tried to bring to life the ecological consequences of a river stream drying out. What are rivers' last words? What comes after the drought? We seeked an answer through the lens, or better said, through the metaphor of Demeter, a ritual mourning of her daughter's kidnapping. We proposed a symbolic journey in the dried out riverbed as a question mark on what comes next in this current global warming crisis. Thank you all for participating in it. It was amazing and powerful.
Thank you, G. Linked to this idea of the grief for the river, we have Jarek Lustig artwork, The River Flows, Even When It Doesn't. In his current work, he is trying to reflect on non-human beings and elements. And in this case, when he spent some time in this river, empty river, he thought about the discontinuity of the creative processes. So even normally he is going around the world and creating sound installations where you can listen to the voice of the river, some cables, some wires that capture the sound and the voice of the river. And here the target was to listen to the river even when there is no water in it. So it was so special to have this chance to listen to the empty river. But what happens with this Arroyo del Plogar, with this little river in the end? Some days after all these rituals and all these experiences and griefs and actions and artworks, there were huge rains there and huge storms in Aguaron, in Cariñena, and they flood literally all the place and the river came back to life. So this was the astonishing consequence of our artist action. How the power of art can lead us to really change the world, even in magical ways that we cannot understand. Even sometimes too much, because there were some problems with the vineyards there. The wine production has been affected this year by our storm. So we just apologize for this. And this has been the presentation for all the artworks and the process of A Space for Nature in the Sprout exhibition. Please, everybody, Cheers for that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for all your energy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you everybody presenting the artworks. It was amazing to see your reactions and also to hear from you, from your perspective. And when Alberto was telling about El Plogar, I can see the faces. They were so maybe proud of what they have experienced, and it is still going on. We are still having these energies and experiences coming out of the residency. Thank you for making it real. We could make it all together real. So we can say our audience that they can visit all these artworks in the Sprout exhibition. You can find it on Space for Nature's website, which is everywhere. Please check it. And we have the question and answers part. I don't see any questions in the chat box, but feel free to ask your questions if you have. Then we have the free chit chat, so we can all talk.
Anyway, before starting with this, we must warn the audiences in Instagram and Facebook that normally after 1 hour, the live video stops. So it may finish there and we would go on here in Zoom in this beautiful meeting with the artists, and it will be published in YouTube, so you can check it also later in YouTube. So thanks everybody for coming to this so special event, and we really hope that you can look for the website spacefornature.org into project the Sprout, and you can really look around and read all the descriptions and all the details and see all the photos and the details in the videos for the artists. Thank you everyone. We are so happy. Yay! I thought that I would finish my wine, but it's not. It's a good signal.
For today,
So, feel free to ask your questions if you have, then we can go for the free chat. Yeah, sorry, Gonca.
for today, is it possible that this live event stays at the Space for Nature Instagram site, Instagram page? Possible? All 1 hour.
No, because the
we-
Instagram
yeah.
limit is less than 1 hour.
Okay, let it run. This was
We
my
will upload in YouTube, then you can watch from there.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway,
Thank
hopefully.
you, Eren, for the explanation. Maybe you can also you can also allow us to see your face. Thank you for all this technical
Yeah, I
background.
really see my face.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Handsome community manager and artist.
Hey guys. Hello. I'm like always
Then let's
watching you in everywhere, also Facebook, to see if there is any problem.
Cheers for Iran!
yeah, cheers for Eren.
Thank you, and cheers.
Cheers for all of you. Cheers for our audience in social media. Thank you for being with us. So we will go on some free chat. I think there is no question, but you can
I have a
enjoy
question.
these amazing artworks. Okay, we have a
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
Please
So
ask.
first,
Also G has question. Okay.
okay. So Eren, thank you also for all the technical support you gave us during all this month. So I have a question, and I will answer a little bit before giving you the floor. So my question would be, how did this very special art residency change your artworks in general, like your artistic practices? Because for me, it changed in a quite intensive way my how can I say, my approach to my corporal practices. It may be dancing, physical theater, for example, or like Buto dance that I discovered there, and now I'm super fond of this. So thanks to this residency, I've been really putting on the paper a closer relationship between my body, the corporal expression, and the natural environment around me, which is a very big impact, I think. So I would like to hear if you have anything to say to as an answer to this question. How did this residency in general have an impact on your artistic practices? Thank you.
Thank you, Daphne, for the question. So it is a general question, I think, not for specific for someone. So if you have any answer, please turn on your microphone and start to talk. I think this will be the best way for now. Lucia?
Yeah, I wanted to say that for me it was something I was giving the residents is acceptance of the trash we all have inside. Because to like this journey in the landfill, yeah, was like very impressive for me to rethink in a psychological way, like the trash is not only outside, but also inside our minds, no? So I was seeing the landscape like it was inside me. And I could see all of this stuff we have inside, and we cannot separate of them. It's growing inside, and it's still inside from our memories, from our traumas, from our injuries. So it was kind of acceptance that we have to work as artists like with this, no? And so how to integrate all these trash to also to do our practice in an artistic way, as elements, as natural elements also. It's something that I really keep with me, no? My trust and the trust of everybody, no? How to work with it, no?
Thank you. Please physically raise your hand if you wanna give an answer. I can see all of you.
Gonja raised the digital hand.
Yes. I also think that that I was moving inside a garbage, like through the garbage thing. And while I came back, I returned back this teaching work. During that time, also like how to make students be aware of what they use, what they throw away, what they drink, and the water is going to finish maybe one day. And also like my clownesque character grow as well, like collected or founded things. So our connection with our also collective, with the women partners, that also grow as well for the ecofeminism issue, so that we started to think about it, how to describe it, how to reconnect it to our project as well. So like it was a beginning, actually. It was just a beginning, and then it opened a way to flow together, or some way to other branches of the flowing of the river. So I think starting with this flow, it was the beginning of the split or sprout, and then it's drive and go to the different branches of the river. This was the feeling. Thank you. And I need to say our group partners, their names. So I forget, and I didn't have enough time to say it. Our group partners are Daphne Targotay, Ana Esporojo, Mariano Rios, Teresa Marti, and Angelique Ng. And also thanks for the appearance of Porter Ellerman. And the pictures are from Ismail Laraz and Selin Göksel, the thumbnail image. And the videos that Alberto shared was also from Ainara, some from my archive. So thank you.
Thank you, Gonja, sharing it. I see Yarek's interpretation about this. It of the change impact on my artistic practice, so it is his perspective. So yeah, we will see. For me, I also think a little bit similar. It is a bit early for me also to say it, but for an artistic practice, we were among the facilitation, coordination, and among all this stuff, it is a huge thing. You can, I mean, it's really, you can maybe imagine. Among this, we also inspired by nature and inspired by you, the Sprout artists, and the environment. So we could create some little things. So it gave me to be more simple, to go like just to be more simple, more minimalistic. It gave me this as a practice, because in general, I can get lost a little bit in the like details. So it gave me this as an artistic practicality, but also I could really appreciate your energy, like collaborating together. We also aimed this because it was like limited days, 8 days we were together, and we really want you to have your individual journey and also to have this collaboration file, because we are there for just 8 days and maybe we won't see each other again. Maybe we will see. Now we have these connections with the experience we had, with the collaborations we had. So I really want to thank you about this. And we really try to hold this space for you. This is also affecting me a lot. Definitely, maybe this is an answer also to your question. Also, we have some question from G, I think.
Yeah, but first I would really like to answer Daphne's question, because it's an amazing question. And I feel for me specifically, the residency has been profoundly transformative in many ways, personally and professionally. So I guess related to what you were saying earlier, Derya, I think my trajectory since the residency was the opposite. I started spreading in a lot of different directions. And with the help of Lucia, who stayed almost every night working with me for the sound design, and with the help of all the invited artists on the soundtrack of Nestlings, which were a lot of them, and thank you all, I figured that I really want to even create sonic scapes, even though I'm not into music in the way of technical music, but I do feel like this is a deep component of what I would like to develop later on in my career or whatever. Afterwards, I think probably the most transformative part of the residency was actually performing by myself for the first time, because I've had plastic art performance collective events together with Alina Tofan and our colleagues in Bucharest in Romania. And I've been experimenting with that, but I've been just touching it. While during this residency, it's been the whole process of building up this type of a performance, which I had no idea I had inside of me. And just figuring out that I can also do that. Really, it's as literal as it was. I hatched from an egg. That's exactly what happened. So yeah, and regarding the first things you were saying, Derya, I think I'm okay being in so many directions. I'm okay having a lot of expressions. I'm okay not having to figure myself out and place myself in a little, you know, am I like a matter artist, a plastic artist? Do I only do photography? Do I only do, I don't know, video art? I don't really care. What's really important is that this residency opened up this door for so many types of expressions and so many types of connection. That would be even more half an hour of me talking of all the connections that you guys brought together. So I'll stop here and just ask the question that I had to you, which was actually to Alberto and Derya. What about the second residency?
Go for it, Darjeeling.
Would you like to answer this? Or shall I go? As we discovered also, we physically actually in Space for Nature didn't have so much time to work together, to complete each other with Alberto, because it started in pandemic term when we were locked in houses, and then we moved different countries. So, but it still goes on because we really give importance to this theme, nature and art together, and touching the real life problems, even the solutions, contributing to the solutions. So the question, yeah, this was so intensive, and for us, the residency, and maybe you could feel a little bit the background work of this, the exhibition opening, the online events, talks, and tutorials. You also contributed and gave your effort a lot. Thank you for that. And I am a bit like representing the yin energy of Space for Nature. I want to have a little bit yin energy to go in, to come back later. We will have definitely coming projects because we have many ideas and dreams, but it will take maybe some time. So please stay tuned. Stay in the social media terminology. But Alberto has, as the young energy of the Space for Nature, he is really up to go for different projects. So let's hear from him. This is my perspective. Yeah, let's hear from him what he thinks. We were discussing about this.
Yes, I think that the answer also answers the previous question. What has come to you as a life learning? And in the Space for Nature, the main teaching was this: like, we found our place as a team, Deria and I. One day she told me, "Okay, I have it. I have our roles. The name of the roles that we have. I am the yin part, and you are the yang part." And yes, that's it. She is the yin part of this project. I am the yang part, and we both have a little bit of the other, and this is the way that to complement each other. And so it has been a really young term, really young, really intense. I can say the same, and it's a good moment to go reproductive instead of productive for a while. So this is the answer. And Daphne said something. If you want to say it aloud in the chat.
Yes, sure. So I wrote in the chat that one of my beautiful people watching the live is asking me, so in a private message, what were the interaction we had with the locals and how they reacted to our works and what were their impressions.
We didn't speak about Eugenio. Oh my God.
If you want to introduce him and his work, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
And he can answer the question also.
I don't know if anyone realized in the thanks part in the documentary, there was a name which was Eugenio Arnau. And he is Prize of Anthropology of this region. We belong here in Aragon. And he has been researching about, especially about popular music and traditional music from all around the world and from this land, and also about Dadaism and Dadaist art a lot. So he has developed a whole museum of instruments in his house in Aguaron, which is a reference for, I would say, international reference for musicians and artists in general. So we had the chance to visit him and to directly interact with this cultural, I don't know how to say it in English, like a cultural soup, a cultural place where everything happens in Aguaron. And he could also tell us about how the cultural events are organized there. And in this free day that also people had the chance to go to the village and interact with the people there. And I think also that one important communication with the locals was the landfill. Because when you go to a landfill, you really get to know the people living there by the waste and the remains of their consumption, no? And then you open like a little window to their lives. Oh, this person had this toy, or they were studying this subject, or whatever. No, you can find them. Yeah, I think that's most of it.
The music museum, the music instruments museum day that we have been to, that was also very special.
Yeah, that's Eugenio Arnauz's house. And you saw also in Porter Ellerman's video when he was playing battery. It was Eugenio's battery from when he was young. So there was this very special relationship with him, and he really taught us a lot of things.
It was really beautiful in the museum to have all these instruments coming from all over the world. He's a really interesting character. He went all around the world and brought back instruments from everywhere, and people were donating him or even sending him or visiting him in a very small village. It's very small, very kind of isolated. It's not very famous. And people were going there to give him instruments, and it was so beautiful that he introduced each of them, which were separated in 4 or 5 different rooms, depending on in which category of instruments they were belonging to. And we could have, he gave us the chance to try all of them in the end. And so it was really nice to break the glass between us visitors and the art piece being exposed, because we could interact with it and play with it, and it created really beautiful moments. Yes, yeah, it was really nice. And then he also came to the exhibition, right? Like he was here, you know. So he came also to the exhibition, and the local people also came, and some people came also from quite far, from Zaragoza, which is really not next door. So it was great to have the input of all these local people.
Yeah, maybe we should mention also the exhibition we had in the village also, the connection with the locals. We had many guests visiting our artworks, the exhibition, and many different kind of artworks created during the residency. So we are also thankful to them. And I would like to also ask Alberto to give the name of the music instrument museum. What was it in Spanish? So if people are watching still, they can search it. It's really amazing.
I mean, this man doesn't have any social media or anything, but I think someone forced him to open a Facebook account or something.
They can go to Aguaron.
You can go to Aguaron, but you can find it by La Casa del Agujero.
But this isn't in Facebook. You can find in Facebook.
Yeah.
La Casa del Agujero.
So he is in Facebook. I also remember the instruments. Some of the instruments had really specific, special stories, which are really heart-touching. So I also remember this very special instrument museum. There are instruments over 1,000. The number is over 1,000. So it was really amazing to visit there. In a very small village, they have this museum in Aguaron. And concretely, I also would like to add to G's answer, because it flowed in another direction, that we will be concretely having some sub-projects, more online than again physical. So this is the concrete answer to your question. So I couldn't add at that moment. So is there any questions or answers now?
Yeah, I want to add something about a very important local that was there, whose name is Carlos Buch. So he's the guardian of Casa Algaya. He's the one taking care of the space and the one hosting us, Carlos. He is actually a local. He was not born there, but he has come to that house 1 year ago, more or less, a little bit more. And he's organizing also a lot of activities and events there, especially related to eco-activism. So also if you are interested in this, you can see also the logo of his website in the exhibition. It's called Ecotopias, and you can go to the website ecotopias.net. So yeah, Carlos.
Yeah, we can also maybe at this point also, it's not related to question, but we can also thank to Boda Vile. They supported us for the project management at the background, and also Erasmus Plus, of course. The project is funded by Erasmus Plus, and I think we mentioned them all now. Yeah.
And
In
Ainara,
questions and answers.
her name
Yeah.
appeared in all the credits of everyone. Ainara was always there with her camera, and she was observing us the whole day long. Yeah, behind her lens, she really captured in a beautiful way each and every moment of this residency. So thank you, Ainara.
And behind the scenes, Elena Fernández
Ainara.
Lanza, Elena was also there all the time, organizing everything, the project management, Elena Fernández Lanza, and the cook, Alberto
Have
Puello.
you thanked for the cook, Alberto? Yes.
Yeah.
You should thank for Alberto. So I haven't spoken, so I would like to also thank for Ainara Garcia also, because it was amazing that she also added some beautiful words with her poem to my painting. It was amazing it was amazing to hear that she could participate, because I was a bit lost, and then she just helped. It was so nice. And also when Gigi asked that, would you like to be part of my artwork, and then I was like shocked, and how did you come out? And she said that you said this, and did I say that? Yes. And then I just took it really seriously. Yes, I see you. Thank you. So I just took it seriously, and then in my morning walks I just really listened to birds, how they sing, how they sound. And then I don't know if I made it, but thank you. You just said that it was okay, but your artwork was amazing, and so I don't know, it felt a lot. And then you just put your heart into your artwork, and then we felt it. And then it was really nice to show the artwork to the people. And then when they got amazed and then touched the artwork, and then I said that yes, you can touch it in Spanish. And then it was so nice. The people interact with our artworks, and then they were so shocked in the performances. And then I don't know, it was really nice to be there. So also having amazing connections with the artists. So thank you for all, and also thank you, Daria and Alberto, for connecting us, for bringing us together. Thank you.
Thank you too. I would like to add also in this point that how we try to make space so interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary, so you can go beyond the disciplines with this collaborative works. So I am really amazed to see how it helped us all grow more, see in a different perspective and affecting our art backgrounds. So nice to see, to observe it. Thank you for these sharings, and of course for your really amazing artworks.
Bravo. We have a raised hand, Lucia.
Yeah, just to say also thanks for to everybody, to you, Daria and Alberto, but also to everybody, because really it was an space to make this Sprout. And this is literally because I feel like that, and it's like, okay, in another residence you join and it's super happy and super great, but this, I really feel like we are connected still. And this part of also like virtual part is like, okay, we are still here and we are still working for us. And also we make so many connections that we want to work together. So with many of you, I am working, I am still thinking about projects. So that's, for me, is amazing. It's like creating this Olobionte is a system, really a community, because we are like little cells, no? And so creating a dream, something that we want, like to be part of something bigger, no? So thanks for this space, is really super great.
Thank you. We have a new voice, Jarek.
Okay, hi. Okay, and first I'd like to thank you for your all hard work to do this, to organize this exhibition, and to put such an effort into it. And also I'd like to thank all participants for their sincerity, because they were very truthful and it gives me a lot to think about it. And also I'd like to thank you for keeping up with me. So thank you. Hopefully I will see you another time.
Another time.
Thank you, Jarek. And I have some words by a new voice, which is not here. And everyone is going to be so happy when I say who is it. It's Javier. He told me in WhatsApp. I insisted him, come on, come to the event and so on. But he's not also into that much the technologies and things. You could see his artwork so in dialogue with the matter. So he told me, hello, my friend. I am in the forest with my tribe to celebrate dancing the winter solstice. I love you. So it's fantastic also comment that we haven't said that today is the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern.
Longest night.
Yeah, the longest night, and the
beginning of light tomorrow
the
morning.
beginning of light, way back to light. So the light sprout again.
Love to Javier.
So yeah, so it is a very special day, yes, the winter solstice. So actually, I was aware of this when when we are making program. Oh, it's a nice day to have the opening. Also, it fitted our program. So yeah, it is the longest night and light. We will have longer days. So we have the darkness, but we have the light also.
Okay. Any other comments? I know this has been pretty intense as an end.
I want to say something.
Go for it.
This is, sorry for my English, by the way, but these all people comes from different culture, and it's makes me to know different culture and different people, and I'm really thankful about this. Who create this? I don't know. I think we all create this, and the purpose is really beautiful, and it's bring me hope in some case, and I'm happy about this Zoom meeting and this exhibition. Thank you all. That's all.
Thank you, Eren. Bravo.
Thank you, Eren,
Yes,
sharing
cheers
your
for everyone.
feelings.
Cheers for everyone. I have my last sip of wine. I want to finish.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Şerefe, salud.
Cheers.
Saludo.
Şerefe.
And congratulations everyone in this call, because they did it. We made it perfect. Like all the timings and everything was pretty difficult to speak and describe each artwork in 1 minute, and it was so intense. And everybody was so into it. We survived and we made it perfect.
And without trolls.
Without trolls, yes. Oh my god. We had this troll person in the very beginning, and we needed to kick her
In the
out.
very beginning, we had to start a little bit late because we shared this link everywhere, but we had to make it in a closed group with our participant artists because there were some trolls in the beginning. So glad that they're not here now, and we could come to the end of this opening in a really nice way. So I'm really grateful for this.
Actually, they were sharing some nature images, but they were really not nice.
nature images.
Yeah, we will
Like
not
this.
Yes.
describe them.
But by the way, they always try to coming inside again, like
Oh,
so
they have
many
been all
times.
the
So
hour.
many times, yeah.
Ram, protect
Means
us. Thank you.
that means somebody's are not like what we do, or maybe something bad.
No, no,
And
we do everywhere.
I don't think they don't like, but maybe they don't care. And that's why I think that we are trying to raise awareness about taking care.
Yeah, and going to the nature and giving up with internet connection too much. Go to forest. In the forest, you don't see this terrible images. It was not that fun. It was also a very terrible image. So yeah, let's go to the forest.
Yeah, if this person is watching this, I would strongly recommend this person to go for a retreat in nature and breathe deeply. Yeah, relax a bit. Yeah.
I would say the same. They made us see really bad images, but really they need to rest a bit. Please connect to nature, go there and have deep breaths. Like was what I to say also. So we are having our free chit chat, I think. So it can go with questions and chats.